On the second day of Sitcon, the developers showed off new ways in which the character interacts with the game world. And most of this is really cool. However, there's one idea among the stuff which is really bad. I think it's the second worst thing on Sitcon. Let me show you.
Okay, let's quickly talk about kiosks and terminals. And let's be honest, it's really hard to interact and get a good view of these ones. So we made a small little changes to make it easier for you. We've created a new focus mode that will walk the player to perfectly align with the kiosks. So we can better perfectly frame the screen on the viewport. At this point, the interactive screen will steal the input focus until you actively chooses to leave. So let's take a look at this in action. And look at that, when you trigger it, and like, whew.
This is a very bad idea because it takes away the illusion of the screen being a 3D object in the game world that you can interact with. And also notice this stiff camera movement that forces a specific angle. Also, she identifies a problem that isn't really a problem. It's actually a feature in the game. Let me show you. Okay, now here in Star Citizen, and let's see how it currently works. Okay, you walk up to the screen, press. Now there's some focusing on it, but notice it doesn't actually force a specific angle of view or moves the character. And that's the most important thing here. I still have complete control in what angle I want to look at the screen. And that's how it should be. I don't need a perfect angle on the screen because for two reasons. First off, the game forcing specific camera angles and the player not having control over it in most situations is extremely irritating. And the second thing is, I want the 3D screen to not always be perfectly aligned. I want it to be a 3D object that I sometimes glance upon from a grazing angle. That's what separates these screens from just pure UI screens like this. And if I want to just get away from it, I just walk back and I softly detach from it. See, it's completely smooth and it doesn't get in your way. You have complete control over the angle at which you want to look at it. And it makes the screen feel more like it's a 3D object that you interact with and not a UI screen. And the feature that the developer wants to add, the focus mode, it basically cancels out the feel of the screens being a 3D object you interact with.